is what I'm working on this winter. And although these are actually tropical type of plants, which is called cassava, my last video I showed you how we harvested a very good size tuber from this plant. And we saved the canes, several canes from these plants, and actually this is how they look once you cut them into pieces. This is actually a dried up one, and we cut them about 3 to 4 inches long and planted them in this pot. And as you can see, this is not a very good, pardon me, this is not a very big pot, but it's sufficient to get the sprouts started and propagate your cassava canes. And although we are still in winter, we can now start this if you have a good well-heated room and good source of light. And as you can see, this is actually my porch where I keep a lot of my winter plant stored, and we are keeping this room well heated with this as you can see, that heating and air conditioning system right there. And that's what we are using to keep this room warm. And so although this is actually a tropical type of plant, as you can see, it's putting out a very good healthy sprout, pardon me, and it's due to be watered, and it's doing very well. Okay, so if you have a nice room that will provide this type of plant some kind of warmth for the winter, you could start this. So that comes spring, all you have to do is transplant this outside. Okay, so as you can see, we have a lot of them already sprouting, putting out sprouts. Some are actually doing very well. And this is called cassava or yuca. In Puerto Rico they call this yuca. The Philippines several names such as kamuting kahoy, and actually I forgot the other ones that I learned different dialect, but this type of plant have several names in the Philippines because, as you know, we have several dialects in that country, and so each one have their own name for this. One that I'm familiar with is kamuting kahoy, which is Tagalog, as you can see. And in English, we know this to be cassava, and in Puerto Rico they call this yauti, yuca. Okay, in a few days these sprouts will open, and I will give you an update on how these plants and these sprouts are looking. For now, this is what it looks like right now. Now, planting these canes is so simple. It's very, very easy. Okay, there's no need to get very concerned as far as trying to propagate this cane. Okay, so like I said, we cut this about 4 to 6 inches long depending on how big your pot that you're planning to plant this into, and just kind of stick it in a very good potting soil. Suggest a very good quality potting soil that will provide it some kind of nutrient to nourish it as the sprouts starts to come out and emerge from the soil. Okay, and all you need to do is keep it moist. So as you can see how moist the soil is, not sopping wet but very moist, not enough to keep it from drying up and encourage growth or new sprouts. Okay, so I will be giving you an update on how this cassava sprouts, new sprouts or cassava canes are coming along, and how the growth are progressing. If you are wondering how my papaya, which I also decided to keep in this porch, uh, that's my papaya right there, and here's one more. I have a total of 6 papayas which I am overwintering here on the porch, and let me show you how I'm preventing this from getting too tall for my porch. As you can see, that one plant right there, I really cut this back to almost half of the entire plant. But as you can see right there, there's a new growth coming out from that. Now, I did have 4 of them which I am topping off, but not cutting it back as much as I did that one right there. Let's cut back to almost half of the plant, and as you can see this here, what I'm doing is topping them off and keeping them nice and tall, but I'm continually topping this off so that it don't go too tall for this room. And let me show you this here. This is a bud, papaya bud. This will open up and turn into a flower. It's wanting to grow flower, bear fruit, but I just throw it down there. But it is not very, the temperature, or rather in general, the weather is not very conducive into allowing this papaya tree to bear fruit. So what I'm doing is cutting it back and just keeping it healthy, providing it the necessary nutrient it needs to continue growing nice and healthy and strong. And as you can see, this is where I cut the papaya, as you can see right there. And because I topped it up, it actually, as you can see, developed 2 new stems right there. And most likely come springtime, when I'm ready to plant this out there, each if not all of this papaya plant, most of them will have 2 branches. It will have a split trunk like this one. And this one here, which I also I tapped that up, but as you can see, it only have 1 straight trunk or base. As you can see, from the base up, it remained single stem right there. But if I top that off, chances are it might split as well, like this one here, as you can see. So actually there's another one here that is single stem. No, actually there's a little shoot, a sucker on the side on that one. as you can see, as well as this one. See that little sucker here, which I could easily just trim off and keep this one main thicker stem right there. So this is how my papayas are looking right now. Pretty much keeping it low, keeping it short, not to overgrow here in my porch and get my porch really crowded. So for the time being, that's what I got going. I will give you an update of anything significant, if any significant changes that takes place on any of these plants that I'm overwintering in my porch. I will give you an update of that. Okay.